I met Emily Dickinson 9 years ago. She came to me in white, and she woke me up.
The show starts with a female character, we'll say it's Nanette, it's me, who has met Emily Dickinson.
I went to heaven, was a small town, beautiful as pictures, no man drew.
And she takes you through the arc of how she met and fell in love with Emily Dickinson, and then at certain points, the Nanette character switches into a Dickinson character.
Almost contented I could be, almost contented, unique society.
I actually didn't really like poetry. For my birthday, about 12 years ago, Sebastian bought me a collection of Dickinson poems.
Okay. I'll admit it since we're all close friends. I fell in love with Emily Dickinson.
I just fell in love with her voice right away. It was just as if, I say in the show, it's as if her poems had been whispered in my ear before I was born.
It was given to me by the gods when I was a little girl.
Through music was the key.
Give us presents most, you know, when we are new and small.
We say to parents, teachers, and kids, the door into poetry, in this case, may not necessarily be you open the book and you recite the poem. For other people like myself, the door into poetry was finding the music in it.
She's a great genius. She could have been an architect, she could have been a lawyer, she could have been a portrait painter, she was a gifted painter, she was a great pianist and a good enough player that she could mock the tunes of the day and play around with them. But you know, her real gift comes to language.
The day was warm and winds were prosy. I said, "'Twill keep." I woke and chid my honest fingers. The gem was gone.
The reason why we chose that title for the show, Zero at the Bone, when we were looking at her poetry, that particular poem jumped out at us. It's a great blues line, it's very melodic, and it just had this jazzy feel to it. The image of the snake just making its way.
Zero at the bone, zero at the bone. Never met this fellow, attended or alone.
There's beautiful melody in the language when you pay attention to the texture and you pay attention to the delivery.
It is a simple choice. It's just a turn of the key, and then freedom!
Dickinson's world is out there, so out there, but it's so real and so clear.
There is a solitude of space. The murmuring of bees has ceased, and elegant as glass.
And she saw everything in the moment.
Is gone, and then the ladder's thrown away because escape is done. When
we have done shows in schools where it would be 8:30 in the morning, and it's, you know, the bell rings and you've got 300 middle school kids walking, and they just, by the end of the show, they're rocking out and they're singing.
The soul has moments of escape.
The audience that comes to the show spans from parents bringing their 10-year-old daughter, 13-year-old daughters, to 60-year-old men and women, to really cool art students. It runs the gamut.
I see her in the star, and I catch her sweet velocity in everything that flies.
Just felt the world go by, just felt the world go by. Nobody knows, so still it flows. Just felt the world go by. These are the days when birds come back. These are the days when the skies resume. Bring me the sunset in a cup. Tell me how far the morning leaves. Just felt the world go by. Just felt the world go by. Nobody knows, so still it flows. Just felt the world go by. Write me how many notes there be the next time the thing to see. A purple finger on the slope. Next time to stay. Just felt the world go by. Just felt the world go by. Nobody knows, so still it flows. Just felt the world go by. The cycles wheel, and on the other side, while ages steal. Next time to stay. Just felt the world go by. Just felt the world go by. Nobody knows, so still it flows. Just felt the world go by. These are the days when birds come back. These are the days when the skies resume. Bring me the sunset in a cup. Tell me how far the morning leads. Just felt the world go by. Just felt the world go by. Nobody knows, so still it flows. Just felt the world go by. Write me how many notes there be the next time the thing to see. Purple finger on the slope. Next time to stay. Just felt the world go by. Just felt the world go by. Nobody knows, so still it flows. Just felt the world go by. Just felt the world go by. Nobody knows, so still it flows. Just felt the world go by.
Thank you. Good night.